So who's ready to clean a computer in a trash bag? So I'm not a squeamish person, right? I put my hands on dirty stuff. It doesn't bother me all that much. People have asked why I don't wear gloves. I have them now. I bought some, but I don't like them on my hands for too long because the hands get sweaty and it doesn't feel fun for me. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to try to enjoy it and be as comfortable as I can. But this computer frightened me only because when I saw the listing originally on Facebook Marketplace, it was just a picture of a computer, right? It had some decent looking stuff in it. And I was like, okay, it's really, really dirty, but I can clean that, whatever. And when I showed up, he gave it to me in this trash bag. I smelled it through the trash bag when he handed it to me. I can't really describe the smell. Honestly, I don't know what it is. It's like a mixture of lots of recreation and a porta potty. Honestly, it really does. It smelled bad. I left it in the garage for a long time, and it aired it out some. It doesn't smell as bad, but just because I really don't want to smell it as much, I do have the mask on. It's unsettling. So until I can douse every single piece in this computer with isopropyl alcohol, I'm going to keep a mask on because it doesn't smell good. So we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and let's get it out of the bag because I haven't even tested any of it to see how it will run. I can tell, and I knew going into it, that it did have a NZXT case, but he had no side panelings on it. So there's no side. Yeah, the smell just comes wafting at you once you get it out of the bag. Okay. I don't know what in it smells. Like there's no like dead animal in it or anything. I guess it's just the dust in it. It is sticky. Okay, well, so obviously the case doesn't have, lift it up. The case doesn't have a front panel on it or a back panel on it. So obviously the case needs to be replaced. I went ahead and I bought another one of the Zalman i3 Neos, the same case that I used for the giveaway computer that you see right here. I ordered another one of those, so that one will be the case that we use for this computer. Honestly, I don't want to smell it anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take it apart because I can't handle this. I got to clean it. So I think the smell from this computer is actually coming from the CPU cooler, right? So it's a noctual cooler, which is actually a pretty decent cooler, but it is 100% full of dust. There's no way that this is being utilized well at all. So that, I believe, is where most of the smell has accumulated. This board is filthy. There in the backside, there's covered in dust. All the capacitors are covered in dust. The PCI Express header, there's a cockroach. Like, it's dead, but it's like it was like crawling out of it. I'm never going to get over how people will treat these things. Once I think we found the worst one, it's like a new terrible one shows up, and I get to clean that one. But let's keep going. So one thing I get asked pretty regularly is what items I use to clean the computers. It's pretty simple. I use Q-tips for the hard to reach areas so that I can make sure that I scrub them really well, so you're not leaving any residual dust in any of the areas that are hard to reach. I use some sanitizing wipes, some Clorox wipes. I try not to use those on any of the motherboard electronics. I just use it on the plastic shielding for a lot of stuff, just to get it done quickly. Some paper towels, obviously. You want to try to avoid paper towels as much as possible because it does leave a little bit of that paper dust, and that's not good for your computer, but I will use that, again, on areas that aren't really electronics, just on the shielding and stuff like that. In my spray bottle, I always have a lot of isopropyl alcohol. I have the Mondo jug. You're going to use a lot, right? So if you're going to do what I'm doing, you're going to need the big jug. You don't necessarily need this much if you're just going to clean your computer at home and you're just going to do it once every couple of years. But for me, because I do this a lot and I'm planning on doing it even more, I am going to be going through quite a bit of alcohol, and the big jug definitely lets me get that done. Hey, so did you miss my smile? No more mask. It no longer smells like anything other than rubbing alcohol, honestly. Everything just smells like rubbing alcohol, and that's way better than what it smelled like, because I honestly, I've never smelled anything like that before. We did, however, lose a piece. There was a casualty. Unfortunately, one piece just is not going to make it, and it was by choice. The power supply, when I was looking at it, it needed, no, I've talked about this before. Do not go into power supplies and mess around with anything. I'm very scared to go through them. There are things in there that can stop your heart. Those are not a joke. They will hold a charge for a long time. So please don't go in them. I really try to refrain from doing that. If I can just air dust the outside and get the majority of the dust out, then that's fine. But this particular power supply was so grimy that I wanted to at least take the top off and get the fan clean, exposing the inside so that I could dust it off and clean it. When I did that, what I found was just a nest of cockroaches. They're all dead, they're not alive, but regardless, there was so many in there, and they're not coming out without me digging into that thing. And I'm just not going to do that. There's a limit to what I will allow myself to do, and that is beyond that. So what we have to do is put a brand new supply in here. And short of going through the other computers that I have that are ready to start the process of getting clean, I don't want to take a power supply out of there when I have a few power supplies sitting around that I could put in the system. So this particular power supply that I have available, I don't have anything lower wattage than this, unfortunately, but it is a 1050 watt power supply, RGB power supply from GameMax. Absolutely overkill for what we're doing, but we're gonna do it anyways, I guess. Let's go for it. This thing doesn't need to be clean, it's brand new. Real fast, if you have not hit the subscribe button, please consider doing so. It would definitely help the channel out. We are trying to clean these computers up and then ship them to people who need them, subscribers of this channel. So there is hopefully getting to the point where every week we will clean a computer and then we will raffle that off to one of the subscribers of this channel so that they can have a computer to do whatever they want with it. Hopefully it goes to somebody who actually needs it, and not somebody who already has a computer and just wants another one. That defeats the purpose, but I cannot control that. So please consider doing that. If you have not joined our giveaway, please hit the card up above to make sure that you are entered in to win the computer. It is right here, and it is very pretty. But without further ado, let's roll that time-lapse footage of me putting this bad boy together. Okay, so we got everything in the system aside from a few things, and we're going to talk about that now. I don't like this Noctua fan just because Noctua picks the worst color, and they're always the same color, and it's just ugly. But I'm not going to change it out because Noctua actually, regardless of the fact that their CPU coolers and fans are horrendous, they're extremely well made, and they're very, very, very good coolers. So I'm not going to go ahead and change that, just simply for the fact that it's quality. So why would I get rid of that? While I was putting it together, if you saw that there was no hard drive, there's no hard drive. There is space for an M.2 right here. I'm not going to put an M.2 in here, but I will put a regular SSD in here. It is only a 64 gig, right? 64 gigs. You might think to yourself, why would you put a 64 gig SSD in the system? Well, it's because I'm just going to put Windows on this, and then I will put this 500 gig regular 3.5 drive in there for extra storage, right? So this will help you, the computer, operate faster, so it works well, and then you can store all your files and everything in that hard drive, and if you would want to upgrade it, more than welcome to upgrade it. It's simple to do. But that's why the back panel's not on, and I'm holding this cable right here. It's because I need to put power to this, and I also need to put some SATA cables in here. So let's do that real fast, and I'll see you when that's done. So 64 gig SSD is in, and our 3.5 drive is in. It's time to close it up. Okay, so other than the fact that this desk is too short and I'm too tall to make these videos, I'm sitting here on my computer chair, just so everything's in the shot, so that I can get everything in the shot, right? Hey, so I got everything hooked up, everything is ready to go. I haven't turned it on yet. I'm a little worried about it. I don't think the graphics card's gonna work. Just going on a limb. And if the graphics card doesn't work, I have something fun in mind for it. If it does work, then I'm not gonna do that. I'll save that for another video. But I'm worried about the processor too. If he was running this thing with the processor the way that it was, I mean, there's a high chance that it overheated and it's ruined. But who knows? Let's go ahead and let's fire it on. Ooh, I gotta tighten that down. Let's go ahead and fire it on and see what happens. I'm gonna take this off real fast. Okay, let's try it. Oh, everything's on? Image? That was fast. Hey! It works! It's a miracle. Oh, I gotta mess with the BIOS. But it's a miracle. It runs. Let me make sure everything's running though. Alright, CPU cooler's running. All 4 fans are running. GPU's running. Alright. Hey! Sweet. I'm pretty pumped about that. That makes me happy. We cleaned the cockroach computer, Mr. Stinky. I like it. Okay, so now the system is running. Everything looks to be in order. I'll go ahead, put a fresh installation of Windows on there, and then we're probably just gonna play Fortnite. Just the other. If Fortnite blows me away, which who knows? If Fortnite blows me away, I'll try Modern Warfare. Okay, I'll try Modern Warfare 2 and see if it works. But you know, if it's struggling or if it's, you know, getting 60 FPS in Fortnite, then we're just going to stick with Fortnite, okay? So let's go do that.
So I was having the most difficult time trying to get my FPS overlay to work for this. I don't know what the deal was, but it just didn't feel like working today. But this is Fortnite. Everybody loves Fortnite. No, I'm not a big Fortnite player. I think I've only played maybe 10 times. And most of it is doing these for you guys. And I always end up doing alright. I came in 5th place for this. Plus, I didn't know you could kill these chickens. That made me happy. Alright. Modern Warfare 2. I said if it performed well in Fortnite, I would go ahead and do this. And I was surprised. The GTX 1060... it held up pretty well. This is quality settings. This isn't ultra like we did for the giveaway computer. And we ended up, I believe it was 60 FPS, which, you know, on average isn't too bad, especially for a GPU and a computer that was filled with cockroaches. So 60 FPS. I'm skeptical always though, so I wanted to play a little bit. Might as well, right? Now, when it comes to first-person shooters, I don't usually play them very often. So, I will play the campaigns. I never really play the multiplayer because people are just too dang good at these games, and I'm not that good at it. But this clip I was happy with. I couldn't figure out how to use the mortar. Apparently, the keybinds, you know, since it's not my actual computer, the keybinds were messed up. And I couldn't use my mortar strike, and that made me mad because I, you know, actually earned a mortar strike, and I usually don't get 5 kills in a row. But for a computer that was filled with cockroaches, riddled with them, I don't know when the last time this computer was turned on is, but it held up. I was impressed.
You will have to excuse the fact that this outro is maybe just a little bit less professional than my previous ones. It is 1 o'clock. I am tired. I just wanted to make sure that before I went to bed, I finished the recording because I don't like projects being left undone. Like, I don't like the fact that a lot of this projects I have to do a second day. So it takes 2 days usually to finish a whole project. But regardless, Stinky is no longer Stinky. Stinky is looking a lot Stinky's looking a lot like this computer over here. That's the giveaway computer, by the way. In case anyone was thinking that I just took the components out of the giveaway computer and put this one. I didn't. It's right there. You saw it. Don't call me a liar. I can't wait to give that one to somebody, by the way. I'm really, really excited. I hope you guys are as well, because this is just the first of many. I have our next giveaway computer idea. I'm churning. I have some ideas. I may already have some of the stuff. I just might. Never know. But regardless, that is going to wrap. Oh, 1 second. There was a comment that I wanted to talk about. Somebody in the comments, I'm not going to say the name, but you can look back if you want to. Someone said that I should paint the case green because it's Project Stinky. I loved that idea. I do have some creative ideas for different builds in the chamber. I'm just not going to unload all my creativity right in the beginning because what fun is that? You know, you got to build the base. But regardless, this channel is growing fast. It's suspiciously fast. I'm on to you. I'm on to all y'all. Really am. I'm just kidding. But have a tremendous night. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world. It really does. But you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys in Wednesday's time-lapse video.